Hey guys, welcome back to Sabi and Lauren. Little different setting for you guys today. We're doing it out of our bed and bedroom. But we have some updates for you guys.
Yeah. And then we're gonna answer some questions for those of you who are new. Or I think there are a few questions that are new to us as well. So we'll be doing that as well. Just kind of a cozy little Q&A today. Just to give you guys something, because we were planning on having something out for you guys, well, right around this time. But Lauren was supposed to have surgery by then for his kidney stones. But
that happened to get delayed due to the fact that this nephrostomy tube leading out of me is just so prone to not only infections, but also when they last changed it caused a hematoma.
Yeah, it was crystallized inside of his kidney pretty much.
Yeah, so they struggled taking it out, and it ended up causing a hematoma, and therefore we had to postpone my surgery because they didn't want to operate in a already bloody area.
Well, and they can't operate when you have a hematoma, regardless. So that got
regardless.
Oh yeah, no, they won't operate on a hematoma because it's like more likely to bleed or something. The doctor explained it when it all happened. But yeah, so that's been postponed. I think we're looking at sometime either this month in February or next month in March. He has a follow-up.
Pretty sure it's this month.
I think it's this month, but I don't remember for sure. I'd have to look at the calendar. But he has a follow-up where they'll check on his hematoma, and then we'll get surgery scheduled to finally get rid of those kidney stones.
But that explains why you guys haven't been seeing too much of us, because I've just been stuck bedbound and suffering from not only 2 kidney stones, but also the vicious cycle of kidney infections that come with a nephrostomy bag. So, can't wait for surgery, that's for sure. Finally reached 10,000 followers on Facebook.
Yes,
so we were able to get meta verified, which we're greatly happy for and thankful for it.
Yeah, because now that we're meta verified, I mean, there's still gonna be all the happenings with the fake account, but at least now there's a little check mark, so it makes it easier for people to see which one's real and which one's fake.
You've seen that a lot of people have been asking about the P.O. box. We'll make sure to either put it in the comments or in the description of the video.
Yeah.
And it'll be there for you guys, just right below. If you happen to be one of the people that have been asking about our P.O. box. Many questions and suggestions about robotic legs. Reason why robotic legs aren't really a possibility is because I don't have hips.
Yeah.
And
nothing to attach them to.
Yeah.
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 We could screw some legs into his bucket, but he doesn't have the hardware to be able to move those legs. The only way legs would work really is if we attached them to the bucket and he had a little remote control that walked him or something.
Yeah. Or attached to my shoulders, like I had to strap like this.
Yeah. But as of right now, that's not really a possibility for him. It'll be really cool if in the future there is some way for him to get legs, but as it stands, that's not really in the cards for us. We finally got our fence fixed. For those of you that keep up in the community tab on Facebook or on YouTube, and then our Facebook. Also speaking of the community tab on YouTube, they changed it. It no longer says community when you go to our profile. It says posts now. That's interesting. Yeah, so just letting you guys know, for those of you who do keep up through that community tab when we're not posting. But those of you that have been keeping up with that, a while ago, our fence got completely obliterated by a nasty windstorm we had. It was like 80-mile-per-hour winds, and it just blew our fence out.
Our water tank even went flying.
It was in the gravel pit like 5 miles away. It was a whole deal. But the company that we got our fence through, they came out. Actually, it was recently that they were fixing it up. They put these, could we have vinyl. There's these things they make now. They're like posts that go inside the vinyl to keep them from bowing in the wind. And they came out in 3 feet of snow and 10-degree weather and got that all taken care of for us. So that's really cool. We went through Williamson Fencing. They've been pretty badass for us.
Yeah.
So that happened too, and then I think those are all the main big updates we have. Should we get to the questions?
Yeah. Okay. Hello to Stacy White from Shreveport, Louisiana. Shout out to Stacy White.
I know you don't discuss money, but we always hear how horribly expensive medical is in the U.S. and would imagine Lauren's care runs in the millions easily. Just want to hear that you guys are doing okay with that, or if you need help. I know you guys never ask for money, but there are many of us that like to help in that way.
Luckily, all my medical bills and whatnot are taken care of through workman's comp.
Yes,
so it's no bother on our pocket budget.
Yeah, for his medical stuff. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going with my and. You answered the question. I'm just sleepy. Also, yeah, because of that, we don't need help with medical stuff. We did have that GoFundMe for the prosthetic arm that Lauren will eventually get, which you guys went above and beyond for. So
right.
So thank you guys for that.
I also see a lot of people asking about the arm. We're just waiting on the company to come out
they're
with the
still
arm.
in their like trial periods and all of that. And after that same question, I said, what can we do and how can we help? And I guess the only thing you guys really can do outside of just being there for us, like obviously subscribing to YouTube, following up on our Facebook, sharing that stuff, like that all brings more people in, which helps in its own way. And it helps more than just us, I feel like, because when the more of a community we can create, the more of a safe place more people than just us have within that whole thing. Because honestly, the country is not a fun place right now, and lots of other countries are not fun places right now, and the internet also just kind of sucks right now. So the more safe, kind of just separate little bubble we can make, that not only helps us have a community to rely on, but it helps the people watching us have a community to rely on. So, I mean, I know that's not about the money question, but it helps us and a lot of people out mentally, Lauren, are you ever depressed?
I have my bad days like everyone else. I wouldn't say I'm depressed, though.
What hobbies did you have before the accident that you really miss, and are there any that you still have?
I love driving vehicles. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I used to be a shoe and hat collector. Don't do either of those now because hats are super uncomfortable when sitting in a wheelchair.
Oh, because of the headrest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm a wear my hat backwards type of guy, so it doesn't work. So I gave up on hats, gave up on shoes for obvious reasons. I do still hold one pair of shoes though, but
the Jordans
that I hold like a holy grail. Yeah.
Yep. They're nice and safely tucked away. Pretty much have been since I met Lauren. What is the status on the bionic robotic arm? We covered that earlier.
The company's still developing it and going through test trials and whatnot with people in their area that they don't have to fly out to do the test drive.
Although we have been told, like, you know, if we ever find ourselves in the San Francisco area, to just hit them up and we can come get a tour of the place and stuff. So it's all, you know, still going. How many animals do you have in total, and what do you like about them and what not? I'll answer this one first. No, we have 4 total. We used to have 5. Because we have 2 cats, 2 dogs.
You talk about crazy.
And we used to have a bearded dragon named Norbert. But she now lives with one of my friends who just had more time for her. I have really bad object permanence, I guess would be the best way to describe it. And so caged animals tend to turn into a permanent fixture in my brain, which tends me to lead to forget about them for
Not
longer than you would like.
Yeah.
And so once I realized that that was happening frequently and Norbert wasn't getting the proper care, my friend ended up taking her in for me, and she's been thriving ever since. So now we're down to 2 cats and 2 dogs. We have Atlas, who you all know, that's our German Shepherd. He's just the sweetest, most loyal, most anxious boy.
Is that Crybaby on your side?
What?
Is that Crybaby on your side?
Yes, he's snoozing on his bed. But yeah, he's just the sweetest boy you could ever ask for. He's got his, you know, classic German Shepherd anxieties. But he's a really good boy, and he's very loyal, and he listens very well. And he's just amazing with all of our other animals. And then we have Ace, who, he's kind of an asshole. But we love him. He looked at you when you said that.
Anytime I touch or kiss Savia when she's laying in bed or out on the couch or whatever, he comes butting right in.
Yeah.
Right in between.
Yeah, he definitely, he thinks that I'm his, probably not a good thing, but he's not like, he doesn't resource guard or anything. I'm his mom. I don't know. But he's a snuggle bug, and he really is a sweet boy. He just doesn't like the dogs.
Oh, so. Wasn't he taken from his mom too early?
Oh, yeah, he was weaned way too early.
That's why he suckles.
He suckles on blankets and makes biscuits, and when he cuddles with me at night, he needs to be touching my nose with his nose while he suckles on the blanket and like makes biscuits, and that's how he likes to fall asleep. So he's a big boy. She's 20
not joking.
pounds.
That's literally how it goes.
He's 20 pounds and he's a big boy and stuff, but he's really just a snuggle bug.
And when he gets up, walks around, he'll walk straight on her chest or back. All pressure, does not care.
Yeah, which I apparently just sleep right through when it happens at the nighttime.
And then wakes up the next morning hurting and it's like, ugh. Yeah. Well, I wonder why.
And then we have Eleanor, who's our other cat, and she's actually the oldest out of all of our babies and the smallest. I got her...
She's becoming ornery.
I got her the summer I met Lauren. Actually, I've had her for a couple weeks longer than I've had Lauren, but she's more your stereotypical cat. She wants to be pet when she wants you to pet her. She doesn't really like being held and cuddled, unless you're Lauren. She lets Lauren do whatever. She adores Lauren, which is funny. The first 4 years, she hated Lauren.
I was gonna say.
But the last like 2 years or so, Lauren's become her person. And she's just a sweet girl.
Maybe she's stuck bedbound all the time.
Yeah, but she's actually sleeping right behind the camera.
And she's opened her eyes and whatnot since we're talking about her.
Yeah, and then we have Gaia, who is our puppy. We got her in March. She was born in March. We got her when she was 8 weeks. You can do the math. She's an experience.
She is like a circus dog.
my dad calls her a circus dog. She like spins in circles when she's excited, and she's like this big, but she can jump like 3 feet in the air.
Yeah, she could do a backflip if she wanted, like, really.
And she's doing better. She's becoming a real dog. Finally potty trained and listens. Won't stay out of the litter box because she can fit in it. It's a great time. She definitely gave me a run for my money these last couple of months since we got her.
You want to tell them the story about you capturing her?
Oh my gosh. So she recently discovered that she can fit under our fence. She can get out of our yard pretty much. And the other day, it was maybe 15 degrees out. We had 3 feet of snow. And she got out of the fence and she was out front. And I went, oh my gosh, she got out. I need to go get her for multiple reasons. One, it's cold outside and she's little. She can't be out very long. 2, I don't need her to get hit by a car. So I make my way out front. And I'm calmly walking after her for about 15 minutes. Like, about 10 feet behind her the whole time. Because she wouldn't let me get any closer, but she also wouldn't acknowledge me at all. We have lots of voles and mice out because where we live used to be a wheat field? Barley field? I don't remember. It used to be farmland. We have mice and voles like up the wahoo, and they live in that snow in the wintertime. And so Gaia was more focused on diving her whole head into the snow over and over again to try and catch a vole. So she wasn't really paying attention to me. And finally, after like 10 minutes, I can't feel my fingers. I'm way out in the neighbor's backyard at this point, so I call our buddy who was here and, I was like, I need you to come outside. I need your help. So he goes outside and he calls for her and, new person calling her that day. So she naturally was like, oh, yay, and runs back to the house. And she runs right up to him but doesn't let him catch her, obviously. And so I finally make it back and I'm at the end of our driveway and one of our neighbors, I see a truck coming and she's running right at me in the driveway and I was like, okay, I need to catch her because she's really little. Like, I don't want her to get run over by this truck. And so she runs at me and she jumps at me and I try to catch her and I miss and I'm like half bent. And then she runs and jumps at me again, so I lunge for her, and I slip on ice, and I face plant in the snow on top of her, right when somebody drove by. So it was really embarrassing.
She was fine,
yeah, she was fine. I was fine. Couldn't feel my fingers, was, mortified, but that pretty much sums up Gaia in a nutshell, I'd say.
Yeah, just a habit creator.
Yeah, so those are our animals.
Is Saia still working?
No, actually. So those of you who know, I went back to work at a restaurant I worked at prior to the accident for almost a year. I actually was back at the grill for almost a year. But I had a icky mental health bout the last couple months, the last 3 or 4 months, I'd say. Where I just wasn't doing too good. And going back to work originally, was to help with my mental health, which it did. It did really good.
Until it didn't.
It didn't, yeah. And it, I was calling out more often than going to work because I was just having bad brain days. I quit for a multitude of reasons, one of which was, I wasn't in the right mind to do it anymore, which I guess I'm lucky that we're in a place in life where I could pull back from that. I know not everyone's so lucky for that. And with that being said, there were plenty of people out there who might need a job that would be able to put in those hours mentally and need that money. So I decided to quit because I just wasn't doing good in my brain. But my bosses there, my coworkers there are great, and the owners, they have always, since I was like 17, have been like family to me.
They still welcome her back to work.
Yeah, and they told me if I ever want to come back. So, have you ever been approached to write a book? We're actually in talks with this person who approached us, who writes children's book school, like children's informative books, and she pretty much wants to do a book with us that we're in discussions for. So that's kind of cool.
Right.
Is Gaia still going to be a service dog? No.
Yeah. No.
For a few reasons, one of which being me. There's a lot of training that goes into service dogs. And I guess the main reason being us rather than me. But there is a lot of training that goes into a service dog that we were hoping to be able to do ourselves since we got the dog and then wanted her to become a service dog, whereas most people get the service dog as, which we did start the process, but Lauren just simply, his pain's too bad and he gets too sick too often for him to be able to put that full effort and time in that he would need to put in with Gaia, and on top of that, the effort and time I would need to put in with Gaia for that level of training, it was just too much for us. We did do basic training with her, which we still practice, all the basics, sit, stay, wait, place, all of those, we still want her to be a well-rounded dog, but service dog, no.
Yeah. Which
also, the more we thought about it, Lauren always will require a 24-hour caregiver. So outside of an emotional support animal, he doesn't necessarily need a service dog because he will always have another person with him. So.
I mean, a service dog wouldn't hurt, though.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, but yeah. Have you ever been to Colorado?
I have not, actually.
I have, but I was 5. So I remember nothing.
Oh.
It was...
One of my best friends, Albert Amaya, he lives in Colorado somewhere.
Oh.
I can never remember what the town was called. He called it a cow town that he lived in Colorado. It's like Green Hill or something different like that.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
When I was 5, my Auntie Georgie and D'Angelo, they moved down to Colorado.
Oh, really?
And yeah, till Dee and I were 10 when they moved back. Yeah, because we were 10 when Jaden was born, and that's when they moved back. So they were there for 5 years, 6 years. I don't remember exactly when they moved down there. I remember I was really young, though, and I think it was shortly after they moved down there that we drove down and visited them. But I don't remember. I was young, so I've been, but it doesn't really count.
Your auntie seems to have lived in a lot of states.
I mean, more than you know, because she was in the Army.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know she was in the...
Yeah.
Actually, I think I remember telling you that now.
We have talked about it with her.
Yeah. That's why she's a badass.
She is a badass. What does a typical day look like?
You're looking at it.
Lauren sits in bed and watches his TV shows. I sit on the couch and I read my books.
And I play phone games too.
Yeah.
Like Clash of Clans and
your Monopoly Go and
Squad Busters and
yeah.
I have a couple games that I play.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Because of Lauren's kidney stones and his temporary nephrostomy tube, he can't get up in his bucket. Hasn't been able to get up in his bucket for almost a year now.
Because there's no hole in my bucket that would that this could go through.
He has been bedbound, which leads to us not really doing much.
And health issues. It's been, well, ever since we got back from Lollapalooza, pretty much.
Yeah.
I've been stuck bedbound.
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn. Because, we couldn't find any urologists that were comfortable enough doing the surgery. Until recently.
Well, your urologist is comfortable enough doing the surgery. It's just a scheduling thing and then the hematoma thing, but...
yeah.
Do you have any professional caregivers in your schedules too, aside from family and friends? And does your doctor make house visits? No professionals.
Yeah, no.
Just family and friends.
No professionals. Saia is pretty close to a professional, I'd say.
I'm a professional in your care, I'd say.
Yeah. And my doctor does make house visits,
yes.
thankfully.
He's a nurse practitioner.
Yeah. And he's just...
And he's badass. He's awesome, and he has been an amazing advocate for Lauren in so many areas.
Whenever my pain's off the rails and I think something's going on, all I have to do is just send him a message, and he's over here as soon as possible to check me out.
And he's always
diagnose me.
Advocating for Lauren too. Like when Lauren ends up in the hospital for whatever reason, he's right there talking to the team taking care of Lauren at the hospital to make sure that they understand him the best they can. Gosh, my hair is taking forever to dry this morning.
What was it that they were saying about the CT scan? All my organs are
completely rewired.
Like,
his his entire internal system is its own.
My blood flow, where the placement of my organs are, everything. So when a doctor that doesn't know my case looks at a scan like that, they're like, "What in the fuck?" So that's why my doctor stays in contact to explain it to them of what they're looking at. Exactly.
Yeah. When you are able to travel, do you bring extra people for caretaking? We try our best to. It's only the last year and a half that we've had. My gosh, sorry guys.
Your hair looks beautiful, baby.
It doesn't. It feels like a bad hair day. Ooh.
Can I hear your neck or something?
No, just trying not to have a freak out.
Oh, so that's your everyone.
Yeah. Well, and it just feel it. It's dry. Yeah. It's not a good hair day. But it's never a good hair day when I need my hair to actually look good. When I take a shower at 2 a.m. before bed, my curls, perfect, sleek, shiny, smooth, but I'm going to bed. When we need to film a YouTube video, static, rough, dry. Whatever, though. But yes, we do try to bring other caretakers with us when we travel now.
What's your problem messing up my hair because your hair's messed up?
But I can do anything and your hair doesn't get messed up. That's the thing. Ready? If I go like this, nothing changes.
My friend Wyatt Topness had super, super thick hair to the point where it just stood up straight.
Yeah.
Like a military cut. And you could grab it and it would just be stiff as hell.
That's
it would not move.
There was someone who asked why we're not on TikTok anymore. And we try.
I'm not logged into our TikTok account.
Yeah,
on my
and
phone.
all of the TikTok's a little. I love watching the trends, but the only way to really maintain a relevancy on TikTok is to keep up with the trends or have something else to offer, which obviously we have something else to offer. But,
a half man and a half show.
I feel like we can't convey the same what we try to do on TikTok. And so, like, there's a few fun little trends we've been like, oh, we should do this one, you know? And then we never get around to it. So it's not really, like, a conscious choice of being like, oh, we're not doing TikTok anymore. We never really think about doing it.
If you guys remember the trend of people, like, picking up stuff with the machine gun sound and going...
Oh, what is it? No, it's, it was the Johnny Cash song. And it was like, stick 'em up, everybody, I'm robbing this joint. It was that one, and people were coming into frame, like, holding their animals or some shit. I wanted to do that holding Lauren. I thought that would be really fun, which we were gonna do it. But then we just kept forgetting, and trends are also fast moving, so if you don't catch on in, like, 2 weeks, it's pointless. So, yeah. But yeah, so it's not really like we don't do TikTok anymore. It's just more of like it's just, like, we attribute all of this to TikTok. That's what started everything, obviously. But yeah, it's just, so that's pretty much it. There were a lot of more questions than that. On YouTube specifically, and Facebook, we tend not to discuss anything like money or religion or politics, because those are subjects that create a lot of division, and that's not what our YouTube channel is about. It's about Lauren's condition. That's not to say that we're quiet about... No,
it's not about my condition, it's about us.
Well, yes, but it's about us moving forward. But the main focus is... Yeah. As far as our YouTube goes, we just want it to be a place about Lauren and us, and
not about politics
or money or religion, you know, because yes, for one, those create a big division between people. A lot of questions that have been answered more than once or twice, honestly, in previous Q&A videos.
Yeah. We know that there's always new subscribers, new people watching that just came to the newest video, but instead of being repetitive in our content, we're just going to ask if you can go to our previous videos, and we'll most likely have answered your question. Well, if they were filtered out, we definitely answered your question in the older videos.
Yeah, we have... I think we have like 2 other Q&A videos, and then we did a live once or twice where we read questions as they came in, because we know it's just natural to have a lot of questions when it comes to, you know, a situation like ours. So
there we go.
Now I can speak.
No, instead of saying just me.
Oh, us. Yeah. And you know, having anyone who's new go through and watch our older footage never hurts either, you know, kind of gives you some more insight into everything that, you know, the whole journey we've kind of taken you along on so far.
Yeah. Actually, I remember mentioning like 5 years ago when we were still living in our 1 bedroom at the Taos Apartments. We had first gotten back, and I think we were live. I was live on TikTok, or we were live on TikTok, I think, or live on YouTube. Either one. And I remember saying that this was just the start of our online presence, and it's going to be crazy to see where we are 5 years from now. 10 years from now. So yeah, if you guys want to watch the older videos and see our journey from the beginning to now.
See how
over the 5 years.
How not tired and how happy we were.
But that's pretty much all we have for you guys. I know that it's not all that much, but like we said,
not much else we can.
Yeah, I'm stuck bed bound and keep getting infections and keep getting sick.
But we still want to put something of substance out there, you know. It's why we haven't posted in a while now. We don't want to put out pointless things, but we did want to give you guys something since it's been a while, and Q&As are always good. There's always new questions people have, and it keeps it lighthearted, and you know. So yeah. Well, and I guess classic everything, for those of you who are new, we have a Facebook account. It's Saia and Lauren real account. We are meta verified now. We're the one with 10,000 followers, not the one with 70,000+ subscribers that posts a whole bunch of wild stuff. That's not us, but we are verified now, so it will be easier to determine which account is ours. And then also on our YouTube profile itself, in what used to be the community tab, but is now the posts tab. So on that and on Facebook, every Sunday we post a weekly update of just kind of what we've been up to. It's just normally some photos, and a brief little, here's what we were up to.
It's just like a family dinner every Sunday, pretty much.
Yeah, and it's just our way of connecting with you guys more. So those of you who are new or didn't know about that, those are things to see and ways to keep up with us outside of, sitting through videos.
But we do appreciate you guys watching the videos as much as you do. Our foot traffic has been on the rise, and we greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's really crazy to think about where we are.
Right. So thank you guys all for supporting us, and make sure to like, subscribe, and
comment,
and even share a video or two with your grandma and your mom and your aunt and whoever else.
Do whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for us. So we'll see you guys next time. Couldn't tell you when that will be, but hopefully
it'll be after this tube's out of me and these kidney stones, because I got my surgery coming in the middle of this month. So.
Well, you have your checkup.
Oh,
in the middle of this month, and then we still have to schedule the surgery, and that could happen next month. They could be booked out till 3 months from now. So.
You see what I deal with? The jinx.
I'm just trying to stay realistic here.
No, I'm kidding. But we love and appreciate you guys so much for your continued love and support.
Yes, we do. And as soon as surgeries and everything is done, we will be back to our regular programming, our regular schedule. So.
A regular programming.
With that, we'll see you guys next time.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.